I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street. And there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. The air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. And we sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value. So, I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the program. This is the 612th episode of the show. My name is Kristopher H. Bilbrey. I'm your host. I apologize that we are running a little late. We normally like to try to get on right around 9 or just a few minutes thereafter, but it's a Friday night. We are generally not here on Friday and Saturday. Our program runs 5 nights a week, Sunday night through Thursday night, and our days off are generally on Fridays and Saturdays. However, we were not here last night because we are in the process. I know that things look a little bit different here in the studio. We are in the process of tearing things apart and taking stuff to the new studio. I keep getting people asking me when the new studio will be together. The answer is I really don't know. It's closer than it's not. Hopefully here within the next couple of days, maybe week, 2 weeks probably at the longest. So we're getting there, and we will be there soon enough. Before we get into tonight's topic, and it is a very delicate topic, I want to tell everybody this first and foremost. We do not censor people here. We do not censor people's comments, and that's that. But I am asking people to be on their best behavior, if at all possible, this evening. While we might not censor in the comments, we definitely won't put up rude comments on the screen. And so just understand that there are family members that are hurting. This is more than just a story that you're hearing. While it might not be your family member and it might not touch you, you understand what it's like to be in situations like this. We're as humans, we all deal with death from various different things. And so just understand and try to act like you understand what it's like. So that's the only thing I want to give out. The other thing is we were supposed to have a contest that we are going to do, and the contest is kind of a light and funny and happy kind of thing. And we didn't go live last night, so I had planned on doing it tonight, but we are going to push it off until next week. This is just not the time to do it. So that's not what we're going to do. I want to be just right up here in front. I mean, obviously you guys see the name of the the video. I'm not sure if the news has been put out there anywhere else. I don't know. I want to be very clear. I have been in correspondence with the family. And when I say family, I guess I mean the mother of Nicholas. I've been in correspondence with Amanda. And we are not doing anything that goes counter to her wishes. I specifically asked her because the plan was, before we found out that Nick had passed this evening, the plan was for us to show video. I received video today from the Henry County Jail, the video that I had watched. I also received one video that I had not seen, and I'm still requesting one follow-up video after this, or after we see what we're going to see tonight. If the family has any other videos they would like me to request, there could be something else, but there is one more that I don't have that we are still waiting on. That being said, I have already been being attacked by people, friends and foes alike, of various sizes and natures, that are saying that, I shouldn't be doing this and this is gross. I just want to be very clear. I gave the family the opportunity to tell me whether or not they wanted me to go forward with tonight's show, and I don't ever do that. I don't ever let somebody else make the decision of what I talk about. But in this situation, I ask Nick's mother if she wanted me to go forward with these videos, or if she would rather me not go forward with the videos, and if she wanted me to move forward with tonight's topic, and if it was okay for me to talk about his passing. And she gave me the green light because she wants truth. She wants the word to be spread, and she does not want people to forget the name of her son, Nicholas Gulley. And so we need to understand that. So if you think that it's not proper what I'm doing this evening, if you don't like what's happening here, you are free to have those thoughts and feelings. And you're free to share them with me. Just do it privately. Don't do it here in the comments. Share them with me privately and tell me what a horrible piece of shit I am if you like. That's fine. But don't do that here in the comments, because what we're doing tonight was specifically ran by the family. So just FYI. Okay. That's all I'm going to say there. Okay. So, obviously, just first and foremost, just to be clear, it's up there on the title, but they taught me in law enforcement when we would have to do death notifications, you don't ever use the soft words that they teach like the funeral home people to use, like the loved one has passed away, or they've moved on, or they've transitioned on, because sometimes in grief you hear these words and you don't want to know the news. And so they teach law enforcement, when they're giving death notifications, to specifically just say it, that, hey, so I'm so and so, if this is your loved one, they died as a result of such and such. So there's no confusion. So to make sure everyone is above board and understands what's happening, sadly, and just completely heartbreaking, unfortunately, Nicholas Gulley II did die this evening. So I talked to his mother at about 3 o'clock, I think, at about 3 or 3:30, maybe somewhere right around in there. And maybe a little bit before that. It's all kind of blending together. And he was still here. So it was sometime after 3 and before about 7. I got notification about 7:19. So sometime between 3 and 7:19, Nicholas Gulley II did pass away, did die as a result of 555. around 5:57 p.m. Okay, I appreciate that. This is Nick's aunt. So prayers for everybody in the family, prayers for the mother, prayers for his aunt, prayers for his children, prayers for everybody in the family. And now I'm not going to delve into who or why, but there are a couple of family members that, just because of the circumstances, I know are going to need some extra prayers, just because death makes you go through there's stages of death that people go through, and you're sad and you're angry, and you beat yourself up, and you wonder, question why, and we should really not do that. So just wrap these people in your prayers and your thoughts, and just be with them. And we really need to push this forward. I feel like this is getting a good amount of traction. WIBC continues to throw it out every now and then, and it needs to continue that. This really needs to get traction on all of the Indianapolis stations, and I feel like it needs to get traction on the national media. And it's not just this situation. It's everything that has occurred in the last 4 years under John Sproles. Everything that has happened in the last 4 years under John Sproles. It's just been one terrible thing after another. And there's been 2 deaths as a result of questionable driving and pursuit situations. We now have this death. There have been serious injuries as a result of either Sproles' direct actions and behavior, or the culture of chaos that he has brought to the Henry County Sheriff's Department for both the merit deputies, reserve deputies, and the jail corrections officers. Okay, so on both sides of the sheriff's department. So if I can, and if we will, I would like to take this time to, before we get into the show, to have a brief moment of silence for Nicholas Gulley II, and just think and put up good thoughts and prayers for him and for his family here before we get started. And we're gonna start that now. Okay. My thoughts and prayers are with Amanda and her family, and Nick's family, extended family, and friends, and everybody he's touched. And listen, I know the first thing that's going to be said is, oh, look, they got a good picture of him because, he didn't look like that when he was in the jail and when he was doing this or that. And listen, there's not a single solitary individual that is watching this feed, not one of you, that has not somehow been affected by the opioid epidemic, by drug use and abuse, maybe yourselves, a friend, a family member, a loved one, a coworker, someone that somehow been involved with this, and it does not leave anybody unscathed. And so anybody could have wound up in this situation. I want to be very clear. Nick was not in jail because he was dealing drugs or because he had bought a large quantity or he had sold a fake pill to someone and it had fentanyl in it, or he wasn't in there because of some kind of big pursuit or some kind of theft or whatever. He had run-ins and issues, and everybody's been very clear with that in the past. But he's been trying to work on himself and turn himself around. And it's not just like you'd make that decision and it's just fixed. You have peaks and valleys and ups and downs. And what he found himself in jail for this time was such a minor situation. This should have been or would have been the absolute furthest thing from anybody's mind that could have happened because of what he was doing in there. If you think about the other situation that happened right around this with Brian Bell, Amy and Brian Bell were the couple that got pulled over by the off-duty officer, the off-duty deputy. And the reason he said he pulled them over is because they were dumb. They were being dumb, and that he wanted to tell them that they were being dumb. And as a result of that, chaos ensued, and Brian went to jail. What's to stop something stupid from happening? Now, thank God he was able to be bailed out within an hour or two. But what would have happened if it would have been Brian Bell, and God forbid, I hate to say this, but this is just what it is. What would have happened if it had been Brian Bell who was sitting in there and they wanted to go hands-on, and Brian's like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then they went on hands-on and they beat him, and he would have been the person in this situation. It's not a joke. My family and my friends and I kind of say this every time I go to Henry County Sheriff's Department. I always take my credit cards and I always take $250 with me in cash to bail myself out if something stupid happens, because I think, good Lord, I could be in there and I could be killed. And we used to say it as a joke. Look, I'm telling you, I don't joke about it anymore. After seeing what happened to Nick and watching what's happened this last month and a week, it's not a joke anymore. So it's not like Nick was in here because, he was accused of attempted murder and he was some big badass thrown down. He wasn't even, listen, what happened to Marquette Neal was not okay. And he wasn't doing a percentage of what Marquette Neal was doing. If they would have went hands-on with Marquette Neal at some point, it wouldn't have been good that they beat him down, but some people out there could have been like, okay, I guess I understand. But what happened to Nick Gulley is not understandable. So I want everyone to understand that what we're getting ready to do, this is going to be very hard. I want you guys to understand that this is going to be very difficult. And I want his family. I want Nick's family to at some point watch this. Maybe they are strong enough to watch it this evening. Maybe they're not. But I'm just giving you the word now. If you have family members in here from the Gulf, from family members of Nick in here, when we go to watch these videos, you might not want to watch. just because I think it's going to be difficult. Okay. And it's not like we're going to see anything crazy, any kind of crazy beating down that we haven't already seen. It's just going to be, it's going to be tough. There's specifically one video I feel, and I will tell you before we watch it. I will tell you before we go there. So what we're going to do, just so everybody's on the same page and everything is on above board, we're going to go through and we're going to watch the first video that's been released. And the first video that's been released is the video that I showed a couple weeks back. Okay? But before we watch it, and I feel like this is very important, and there are going to be people who are going to be like, we've already heard this. I am going to play for you Sheriff John Sproles' statement. We're going to play the statement. You're going to listen to the statement. It's like 6 minutes long, so it's not too long. We're going to listen to him, what he says. And I want you to listen to where he lies. And then we're going to play the video that they apparently released to the news, but it was edited when it went to the news, or they didn't play it all. But I'm going to play it all. And then from there, I'm going to show you exclusive, never before seen videos of Nick Gulley directly after the beating that occurred on the 9th. And then other points in his stay in the jail. Now, I'm telling you right now up front, I currently still do not have any video of any kind of beating to Nick on the 11th. And I'm having a very hard time understanding this, because he went in on the 9th, and we know that they got physical with him on the 9th. And then he was seen by somebody in the jail on the 10th. And then there are inmates who are saying they also, again, went hands-on with him at some point on the 11th. But I have not been able to somehow see it. I have not seen it. So I'm still looking for it. I will still look for it. Then his girlfriend saw him on the 12th. We'll talk about that. And then he was in a medical cell. And then from there, he was then placed into a padded cell. And in that padded cell, he was in there apparently, allegedly, for suicide watch. And so they took his clothing from him and gave him a suicide smock. Basically a paper smock that tears. And so he was basically naked in this padded cell on the floor. So he was also seen by the judge on the 12th. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. But I don't have anyone saying anything about what happened on the 12th. I do have his girlfriend who has said that when she was there for visitation, that the COs had to help him into the chair and kind of set him forward. And then they, again, had to help him out of it. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and start this video. And this video is not bad. I mean, it's just all these videos. There's, like, I would say, a trigger warning for everybody, just FYI, because of what today has happened. But what's happened today. But I will let you know when the video is, I think the video is bad. So we're going to watch this first video here. And we'll go from there.
My name is John Sproles, and I'm the sheriff of Henry County, Indiana. I want to take a few minutes today to address the recent blatantly false allegations by Randy Howard, who is a known misinformation propagandist. By definition, a misinformation propagandist is an individual, group, or entity that deliberately and systematically spreads false, inaccurate, or misleading
I'm going to
information.
move forward here because it doesn't matter about
Howard
Randy
is
Howard.
most certainly enforcement officers. In law enforcement, Mr. Howard, we don't release public statements until the irrefutable facts of the case at the time are known unto us. On January the 27th, Randy posted a picture of Nicholas Gulley II on life support, along with the following message on his Facebook page, and I quote, "Henry County inmate beaten while in Henry County jail," end quote. Randy also stated that Mr. Gulley was then put in a maximum security cell for several days and refused medical treatment. He also stated that days after the physical confrontation, Gulley was transported to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. In this post, it was also alleged that Mr. Gulley was left lying on the floor for days while being refused medical treatment, and that he had broken ribs due to a corrections officer falling on him. All of the allegations by Randy Howard are patently false. I want to highlight all. That means every single one of Randy's allegations are factually completely false. Randy, you should be ashamed of the woeful amount of ignorance and downright stupidity that you displayed in your weak and grossly distasteful attempt to use the failing health of someone's loved one in an attempt to further your political ambitions. Here are the facts of Mr. Gulley's recent short stay at the Henry County Jail. Mr. Gulley's stay is on video camera, as we have nearly 300 video cameras in the facility and a control room attendant that constantly monitors video surveillance and intercom communication with inmates. Video camera footage has been reviewed. At no time was Mr. Gulley ever hit, and most certainly never beaten by anyone, including jail staff. At no time
was he hit or beat by jail staff.
Time was he ever fallen on by a corrections officer.
At
no time did he ever receive any injury while in our custody.
At no time did he receive injury.
To a maximum security cell after his altercation with corrections officers, as Randy alleged. He was actually transported to a medical observation cell due to him having admitted to recent drug use and having tested positive for drugs upon.
And I want everybody to be clear here. When it sounds so nice, it sounds so lovely when he says a medical observation unit. That sounds like a hospital bed and a blood pressure cuff and oxygen, and it's going, the little thing's going pump, and it's going beep, 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 and there's nurses in there and they're sponge bathing in, things like that. I want to be very clear. The medical observation cell that he was put in was just a jail cell. You'll see it here in a few minutes. You'll see it for your own eyes, with your own eyes. It's just a jail cell with cinder block walls and a metal bed and a metal toilet. That's it. And what makes it medical is there's no other inmates in there, and they can open the door and they can look at you.
Bookend. He actively resisted being detained in the holding cell in order to be transported to the medical observation cell. That was the only incident during his entire stay in which our corrections officers had to physically restrain Mr. Gulley in any manner. The video of him actively resisting detainment has been published by news media outlets. As you have seen, it was one of the most gentle detentions of an active resistor that you can have. I have personally reviewed the body cameras from our officers of that encounter, and at no time did any of our officers ever apply pressure to or get on top of Mr. Gulley's body in any manner, other than simply controlling and restraining his arms and hands. Also, there is recorded documentation of every time Mr. Gulley requested assistance. Mr. Gulley was never denied any assistance, and most certainly he was not denied medical assistance. At no time was he ever lying on the floor requesting and being refused medical assistance. In fact, he was provided medical assistance promptly.
At no time was he lying on the floor. At no time was he lying on the floor.
When requested. In regard to the allegation that Mr. Gulley had broken ribs while in our jail, on January the 13th, x-rays were taken by medical staff upon a complaint of pain, approximately 4 days after he actively resisted our corrections officers. The x-rays revealed no broken bones and no broken ribs. At no point before, nor any point after the x-rays was Mr. Gulley struck, fallen on, nor was any pressure ever applied to his chest, neck, or head area while in our custody. Here is a brief overview of Mr. Gulley's short stay while incarcerated in our jail. Mr. Gulley was arrested by the Newcastle Police Department on January the 9th and booked into our jail at approximately 10:30 a.m. for trespassing at a family member's house. He was transported to the hospital via ambulance on January the 18th due to a complaint of pain and trouble breathing, not due to injuries. He was released from our custody by a judge shortly after being transported to the hospital via ambulance. Mr. Gulley's mother stated...
All right, I want you to listen to that. He was released by a judge shortly after being transported to the hospital. Keep that in your mind.
Publicly that he has had cancer and currently has double pneumonia, a blood infection, a heart infection, and shingles. None of these conditions were evident while he was incarcerated. I have personally been in contact with Mr. Gulley's mother and father. I have been to St. Vincent Hospital to visit them and to pray with them. Mr. Gulley's physical condition is urgent. He needs our prayers. Our prayers are with Nicholas Gulley and his family.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here's where our video watching will start. Okay. Here is Mr. Gulley inside the holding cell, group holding cell with these four other men. And for anyone that's not seen this, it's going to look like he's using the bathroom, like he's peeing. He's not. He's drinking water. Okay. Let's take a look. That's a good question, Admiral Eric. Hey, look, it's the ice and Aina. Now, he's saying what? What? They keep saying turn around and prepare to cuff up. We're taking you out of here because you're going through withdrawals. And he says, what? What? I'm not going through withdrawals. To me, he doesn't look. I've seen people going through withdrawal, and to me, maybe he would, but we're going to hear some further comments here in a few minutes that I think make it seem like he's not. Okay. So he says, "Hell no, don't put that on me." All right, hell no, don't put that on me. And listen, in this video, you're going to hear some language that's not so pleasant, and it's going to come from Nick Gulley. He's going to say words like bitch and whore and things like that. And, you know, maybe he shouldn't have, but maybe he should have. I don't know. You know, I'm not in his shoes. I'm okay. You don't get beat down, and you don't get to be treated like a dog because you have a foul mouth, okay? And these people are in positions where they can hear that, or they should be able to hear that, and that should not make them mad. They should not be able to pummel you because of some stupid names that someone might call them. So he's not swinging. He's just standing there. He's little. You know what I mean? He's not doing anything crazy here. And so he's not being violent. He's not physically resisting them. And all I did was pull back. He's like, I don't want to do that. So he's not swinging on them. He's not hurting any other inmate, and he's not hurting the COs. Now they have him. Now, at no time was he injured. Okay? At no time was he injured. William, unfortunately, he passed away this evening. He passed away this evening, unfortunately. Oh, and I want to be very clear. That's probably my bad. I'm sorry. This was being played fast speed. It wasn't going that bad. Wait, let me take this back. Sorry. And play it in real time. Let me play this in real time. There we're in real time.
Mira, yo pienso en la gente, mira, ese puede venir a cualquier. Ah, mira, ¿por qué? Ah, qué bien. ¿Tú no tienes miedo a eso? Sí, no, no es que yo no puedo. Mira, porque yo pienso en mira, el bicho, mira. Mira, el bicho, oye, mira, ¿cómo te está jugando? No quiere hablar aquí.
Okay, so that's basically the end of that. Okay. Now, I think that looks bad. Everybody's still saying that something happened on the 11th, but I've yet to find it, and they've yet to give me any video of it. So I'm still going to be looking. But even if nothing happened on the 11th, even if this is it, that's still a bad situation. But I want you for a moment. I want you for just a moment to consider this. Maybe this was not as much of brutality as what we saw with Marquette Neal's beanbag shooting at point blank range. Maybe this wasn't Rodney King. Maybe the brutality isn't the issue here. Maybe it's the negligence that follows the minor brutality. Maybe it's the negligence that's the issue. Okay? At least it's the medical negligence. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. But I still say, in my mind, it's the brutality and the negligence. It's both of it. It's both of it. Okay? It both all the way around. All right? So now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go and watch the exclusive, never before seen video try to see how I'm going to do this. Give me a second here. Bear with me. If he has a paperwork, if he has a paper cut, it gets infected, and they don't treat him and he dies, it's a problem. The severity of the injury isn't as critical as the result of the injury. That's perfect, even though it's paper cut, rather would get you. But that's perfect. So, okay, here we go. So the first thing that I want you to see is what happens when he's being brought out. So we saw the beatdown in the cell, and now we're going to see what happens when they bring him out of the holding cell, and what happens walking him to medical. Okay, we're gonna see that first and foremost. Okay, here we go. Now, what I'm going to do, so you see this fully, is I'm going to take my face off the screen, but you will be able to hear me. You just won't be able to see me. They are over here in the top left-hand side of the corner. This is the area that they're obviously at. And I want you to notice how he's talking. I want you to notice when he comes out of here, even when they are on both sides of him, how he's walking. And I want you to notice his movements and how he's maneuvering and just his physical being. I want everybody. Listen, this is going to be tough. This is going to be hard because he's yelling here, and this is hard to listen to. He is. That's exactly what he's saying. He's saying chill. He's saying stop, bro. He's saying I'll chill out. He's like, I told you. That's what he says. I told you if you just stop, I would stop. I would chill. Stop, chill. That's what he's saying. But I want you to listen to it. Sounds like something big, some kind of big impact. And whatever is happening, we've seen the video inside there. Okay. We've seen the video. We just watched it. So we know what's happening because we saw it. But I want you to listen to the big noise. I feel like this camera audio is better than the audio that was inside the room. Listen to this. There it was. There it was. What the hell's that?
I don't know. Chill, man. Come on, Preston. Stay safe, man.
Hey, get ready to come on.
I didn't know, dude. I didn't know, Hey, chill. Let me sit up, dude.
Yes, Josh, that's exactly correct.
Trying to like that line. Come on, man. You were done forward. Turn around and come. I said I'm chilling. Stop, bro. There's actions that not mean your words, bud. Let me let my son, please. You got to put that.
Yes. Okay, yeah, okay.
Well, you should listen.
Now look, now I want you to watch him. I want you to watch him walking. He's walking. He's talking. Because they're saying that, oh, he's sick at this point. He's going through withdrawals. He didn't. No, he didn't. They didn't shoot him. We watched what happened in there. Everybody just watched it. So we don't have to pretend like other things happened. We watched every bit of it. We watched what happened in there until they drug him out. So we've seen everything they did to him in there. That's the video that we just got done watching.
I told you I would chill you and do all that, dog. You had no idea, I'm sorry. You can tell him I yelled. No, man. He's got good hold on my fucking arm, bro. I told you I was sweet on, man.
Okay. That's that. All right. Now let's go from here to the other video where we see them take him to his medical cell. Okay? We're going to see them take him to his medical cell here. Okay? Okay, here we go.
No idea, I'm sorry. You can tell him I yelled. No, man. He's got good hold.
He's basically, they're coming from this guy. This guy here is watching them. And so he's coming from off of screen down here in the right. And he's going to be coming over here. This right here is the cell where it says clean on the door. This is the cell he's going to be going into. That's medical. Oh, no, Cassie, they didn't do any of that. They don't want to know that. I don't know that anybody has yet. Now I know that the attorneys will. His family's attorney will. And hopefully, look, it's sad that this resulted in his death. I want to make his death not be in vain. I want, because of this death, I want a full-fledged investigation, a full investigation. And I want it of the jail. I want it of this incident, but I don't want it just of this incident. I want it of everything that has ever happened since January 1st, 2023 forward.
I told you I was sweet on, man.
Yes, Stumblefoot.
I was there when I heard it.
Yes. Rachel. I don't know. No, I don't. We just didn't. I don't think so because we just saw the door shut and it didn't do anything.
Stargazer.
Look how far out they're pulling his arm up to the shoulder. Look how far they've got it yanked out that door.
You see it?
Insane to me.
I'm going.
We will here in just 1 second.
2 or 250.
Yeah, Guppy's right there watching it all go down.
All right, I'll call it right now. All right, thanks, bud.
But I know I was
There goes Guffey right there, the bald guy. Yeah, Snubblefoot, absolutely. I don't get it. He's here for misdemeanor trespass. Jesus. And they're standing around and getting their story straight. Nothing else happens in this video, but we'll watch it play out. Yeah, Kelly. It's like, ooh, look how medical this is. Look at all the medical treatment he's getting. Yay for medical. Yes, Karen. Some of the same people. Yes, Josh. Absolutely. Okay. All right. That's video number 3. Okay. Moving on. We'll now change this video out. Give me a second. Okay. So we watched this. We watched this. Okay. Now we're going to see Sergeant Wion, not Ryan, but Wion, W-I-O-N. We're going to watch Sergeant Wion's body cam. And he is the big guy. Okay. we go. Now, this is what really sucks. It's because the body cam. So, and I was talking to, remember, I told you all that when I was in law enforcement, body cams were just starting to become a thing. I was in law enforcement in the early 2000s. So, 2003 and forward. Body cameras were not mandatory. Not everybody had them. They were starting to start passing them out. There were only a couple per department sometimes, not always. And so I never interacted with body cameras. And I've requested lots of body cameras over the years doing this stuff. And I've watched a lot of them, and they all do this. But I talked to somebody who's on the other day, and he gave me the information. He said, basically what happens is the body camera is always recording. Even when it's off, it's recording. And when they activate it, it like goes back and captures a little bit of the before the thing. And it captures the video, but it doesn't capture the audio. So we hear almost the entire interaction between Sergeant Wion and the other COs and Nick Gulley. However, in this body camera, so much of the action happens with no sound. So just keep that in mind. It's not something they've edited out. It just happens in all body cams. So it sucks, but it is what it is. So here we go. Here he goes. Now you see Gulley coming over from drinking. You see him walking. He looks good. Okay. It's horrible we can't hear any of the sound.
Bro, I'll fucking chill, dog. I'll chill out if you quit. If you quit, I'll chill, dude. Quit.
If you quit, I'll chill. I'll chill. He just keeps saying it. And he's not really even doing it. He's active. Excuse me. He's not actively resisting. He's passively resisting. He's not fighting them. He's not kicking. He's not biting. He's not scratching. He's not punching. Okay? This is ludicrous.
Quit, bro.
Wait, I got him, Wayne.
Quit, bro. Quit. It's not this.
We done told you to turn around and come up. Morgan, can you grab the...
You're gonna kill me, dude. I can't breathe, bro. I can't breathe.
Heartbreaking to hear him say, "You'll kill me." Absolutely heartbreaking. Just absolutely heartbreaking. I know that this is rough, but I want to take this back. And it's hard, but I want you people to listen to what he's saying on the ground.
Bro, I'll fucking chill, dog. I'll chill out if you quit.
Yes,
I'll chill, dude. Quit, bro.
Wait, I got him, Wayne.
Quit, bro. Quit. It's not this.
We done told you to turn around and come up. Morgan, Can you grab the...
He's pressing all of his weight on him, that Wion. Now he's down on him.
I can't breathe, bro. I can't breathe. My heart's bad, motherfucker. I got a bad heart. I can't breathe.
I can't breathe. My heart's bad. I've got a bad heart. I can't breathe.
I can't breathe. Please stop. Please.
Look what they're doing to his arm.
Please.
Look what they're doing to his arm here. Look. This is a situation where you have 3 cops and they're all yelling something different. One of them is saying, "Show me your hands." The other one is saying, "Lift your hands up." The other one is saying, "Get down on the ground." And the person's like, "What the hell do I do?" And he gets shot because he doesn't do any 3 of those things. She's pinning his arm to the ground while Wion is pulling on his arm. So he's like, this guy's not giving me his arm because the female has his arm pinned to the ground. Here we go.
I can't breathe. Please stop. Please. Please. I got a bad heart. I told y'all to chill, bitch.
Come on.
Pick him up.
Get his pants on.
And they put him down. They get mad at him. Get his punch on. Get his pants on.
Hey, chill.
Why do you got to put him down to get his pants on?
Grind on me like that, Wion. Come on, man.
You were done told to turn around and cuff up.
I said I would chill. You would stop, bro.
Your actions did not meet your words, Bob.
Let me lay flat on my stomach, please. So I can pull you
Still
down.
that foot out.
I can't. God damn, man.
Well, you should listen. Stand up.
Fucking cuts are tight, bro. I told you I would chill. You didn't have to do all that, dog. We had no idea. I'm sorry. Man. These cuts quit pulling on my fucking arm, bro.
Yes. Again, and we probably should say this every now and then, just in case there's new people. Unfortunately, Nick did pass away this evening at about 5:57 p.m. So he unfortunately passed away as a result of sickness and illness and injuries and being on life support in ICU at St. Vincent's in Indianapolis as a result of everything that we are currently seeing right here. Okay. So this is this. Now you're going to have to stop that down there because you're going to cause me to have a problem. You're fine, Kate. I understand. It's tough to watch. I mean, this is really rough, man. And I'm going to tell you, and this is bad. We're coming up to a video that before I play it, I'm going to tell everybody. And it's a very short video. It's really just like seconds. It might be less than a minute, but I just will give everybody a little bit of a heads up before we get to it, just so you guys are aware. So I will tell you what goes on before we see that video. Let's finish this one out.
I told you I wasn't withdrawing, man.
Here's the medical cell. Here's the medical cell. Look what's inside this medical cell. I told you I wasn't withdrawing. Let me tell you something. I do not know that total madness. I listen, and I don't know this. I don't know if anyone from the family is here. If they're not, I will reach out to them. I don't know if the family's here or not. And listen, this is a tough decision. Because maybe they will just say that they want the autopsy. The the coroner's office in Marion County will just say that. If they do not say that, I really, it's a tough call, but I really think an autopsy has to be performed. I think that would help them in seeking any kind of justice further down the road. I think that helps them in any kind of criminal action, and I think that would help them in any kind of not necessarily. So listen, in the state of Indiana, an autopsy is performed when there is an unattended death, really an unattended death on of any age, unless there's just, if there's an unattended death of a 102-year-old, maybe not. But on any unattended death, specifically on an unattended death of a young person, or in the case of a murder or a suicide, or something like that, there definitely is a drug overdose or whatever. Generally, if you're under the care of a doctor and something happens, like someone's got cancer and they're in hospice or whatever, they don't do autopsies or situations. This is a situation where really it could go 50-50 because they know that he's had sepsis and they know he's had all these things, and they're going to say, well, any number one of these things could have caused his death. But because of the nature of the situation, because of the litigation that should absolutely come from this, and the possibility of criminal charges, however hard it might be to make that call, an autopsy needs to be performed. Period. The sheriff or his officers don't have any say-so on it. Yes. No, they I'm saying they will rule it as a homicide. I think they have to. I think they have to. And so just so everyone else is understanding here, he did not die in Henry County. It was in Marion County. So I'll be honest, I wish he was in Henry County, because the coroner in Henry County would 1000% do an autopsy and would run it right. I stand behind the coroner in Henry County. There's a lot of things wrong in Henry County. The coroner is not one of those things. But the family can request it, and the family should, and they should advocate for it strongly. So I don't think they're here. I think they have left, and I understand. So I will reach out to them tomorrow and talk to them about that.
Somebody get the cup or key. Go ahead and grab his mat and stuff.
Now look at this guy sucking air. R. Lee.
You wanted to do that shit, huh?
Gave you multiple times. You could have stepped out, bro.
Bro, I said I wasn't going to withdraw, man. Why you guys put me in here, bro?
It's not your choice to go on
It's
withdrawal.
not my choice just because I fell into Suboxone. I ain't even doing it like that. I ain't even been doing Suboxone like that to withdraw enough, bro.
Number one.
I just got put on it.
Number one, I don't know that the Madison County prosecutor would file charges, but it wouldn't go to him. It would go to a special prosecutor. So that gives me a little bit of hope. Not the current. Are you talking about Clark, or are you talking about when Guffey was the coroner? Because I know Guffey, and I know that the other, the coroner before him was screwed up. But I don't, Clark, I don't think is doing that. FAFO, if that's who you're talking about. I'd be interested in who you're talking about. But I want to go back here. So first and foremost, it's just interesting how hard this guy is sucking air, which lets me know how intense their fight must have been. It does, for the people saying it doesn't look bad on camera. Well, look how bad Mr. Lee here is sucking air. It was definitely intense for him. But then I also want you to go back and listen to what Gulley is saying right here. Let's listen to what he's saying right about here. Okay, this is really important. This is really important when they're talking about the withdrawal. Listen.
I told you guys I wasn't withdrawing, man.
Somebody get the cup more, Keith.
I told you I wasn't in withdrawing, man.
Go ahead and grab his mat and stuff.
Why the fuck you have to do that, bro? You wanted to do that shit, huh?
Why did you have to do that? Why did you have to do that? You wanted to do that, didn't you, huh?
Gave you multiple times. You could have stepped out,
Yeah, bro. I said I wasn't going to withdraw, man.
I said I wasn't going to withdraw, man. Now, here it comes.
Why you guys put me in here, bro?
It's not your choice to go and
It's
withdraw.
not my choice just because I failed to Suboxone. I ain't even doing it like that.
So he said, because I failed for Suboxone, which means he took a drug test, and Guffey told me that he took a drug test and that he tested positive for drugs, which they said he might withdraw from. Now, I want you to listen. So Suboxone is a medical assisted drug treatment drug that they will give you when you are like methadone, like when you're coming off of or trying to get off of opiates or heroin, and some people abuse it or use it to not go through withdrawal. And so we don't know. I don't know if he's in a program or if he was just using it. But I want everyone to understand this. This is very important. Everything I've ever heard people say, his drug of choice was methamphetamine. That he wasn't like a big heroin dude. And so I want you to listen to what he says right here.
I haven't been doing Suboxone like that to withdraw enough, bro.
I haven't even been doing Suboxone like that enough to withdraw, bro. So I want to be clear here. Maybe he wasn't. He knows his use. He knows what he's doing. Okay. What's crazy to me is if you talk to anybody who is a heroin addict or a fentanyl addict or an opiate addict, and they know they're going to jail, that's the scariest thing in the world for them, because they know, oh God, maybe I got right this morning. Maybe I used this morning and I was out with my girl and we got arrested while we were going out. Maybe they were boosting or doing things, looking to get high, to get more, to get a fix. And they get arrested while they're doing it. So it's been 6 hours since the last time they used, and now they're going to jail, and they might have a warrant, or they might have to sit in there a while, or maybe they know they can't bail out. Now they know they're going to be in jail for a while, and they're scared to death because withdrawal is bad, but withdrawing in jail is god awful. And everybody and their brother will do anything they can to make it better, to make it not so bad, to see if they can get some help. And everybody tells all of them in there, hey, man, I'm going to be going through withdrawal, because they don't want to be around people. They want to be in their own cells. They want to be doing stuff to make it better. They want to see if the jail will give them anything, because there are some jails that will help get you on the Suboxone program, or that will help give you things and to treat the withdrawal symptoms. So the fact that he's saying, I'm not withdrawing, like, if he was truly going to be going through withdrawal, he wouldn't have been fighting this. He would have wanted the help. He would have been wanting to go through, because he knows, because of the probation hold, that he's going to be here a number of days. I now forget what it is. It was either 15 days or 18 days or 22 days, whatever the days was. He knew there's no bail, there's no bond. He knew he was going to be here for a while. He knew he was going to be here for a while. So if he knew that he was going to be here for days and he was a big user, he would have known, I am going to go through withdrawal, and I want help. I want anything. I want to get away from people, because it's hard. People can't sleep. It's very irritable. You don't want to be around a bunch of other idiots. And so he would have been saying anything. So the fact that he's literally saying, chill, dude, I'm not going to be withdrawing, lets me believe he knew he wasn't actually going to be withdrawing. So, listen, I know people of all kinds lie. I get it. I understand. I get it. But I think he's telling the truth here 100%.
I just got put on it.
I just got put on it. So it was a prescription. He just got put on it. Okay? He just got put on it.
Anyways, cup 4 keys on the regular key set. Oh, okay.
Whose choice is it?
His mat and stuff.
Whose choice is it to put me in here? Huh? Whose choice is it to put me in here, bro?
That's right.
My pants are falling, dog.
Oh, they can stay right where they are.
Quit squeezing on my motherfucking cuff, bro. I ain't no threat to you, bro. Why are you doing that? Huh? Why are you squeezing on the cuff, bro?
You got him?
Here it comes, Kate. Tossed it in there. His food was in there.
What's up, bub?
From the other cell. Now look at how they put his hands in this door.
Put your hands through the cup port.
Now watch how far they pull his hands out of here. Once again, contorting his body.
He's bleeding.
Yeah, bitch ass motherfucker, put the fucking cuffs on so tight, whore. And was squeezing and pulling on him, bitch. I wasn't even resisting your bitch ass, bro. I was trying to be blind, bitch.
Well,
I'm not talking to you more. I'm talking to this fucking clown.
That's me.
I would sanitize those before you put them up.
oh yeah.
Can somebody do a check on Anderson, please?
I hope I don't know. Just an FYI, tomorrow morning, you're going to go later. I can't get here till 8.
Okay.
So you'll just need to have somebody come in for that
I
hour.
don't think we'll have any issues. It's a Saturday.
More.
In 1 hour, be all right.
More. I believe.
Maybe earlier than that. She's going to give herself an hour.
That's fine.
But she's got to like go do a different work break at the beginning of the day.
No de-escalation.
No blood on me.
Oh, I probably have some on me too.
I'll live.
But yeah, I know. I heard you guys yelling and I came. You got hit in the face too.
No?
Well, you didn't get hit in the face, but you got a little scratch.
Probably for my own self for the cuffs.
Oh.
But he didn't get to strike anybody.
Yep. Okay. No, Debbie. They don't care about that. They didn't clean him up. They don't care. They don't care if he's clean or not. They don't care if he's got blood on him or not. They don't care what's going on there. Okay. On to the next one. Okay. That was Sergeant Wion, not Ryan, Wion. Okay. Next up is Sergeant Moore's body cam. Okay. It was Gulley's blood. Gulley's blood. Gulley had blood on him. He had on the handcuffs, and yeah. Okay. All right. A very good possibility, Kate. Very, very good possibility. Absolutely. Okay. And here is Moore's, the CO Moore's body cam. Not that serious. Look at this. Look at this. Not that serious. And look at his knee in his back, pushing his chest down to the ground. Absolutely could have screwed up his ribs. Okay? I'm going to do this slowly. Okay, look here what we got going on. Because Wion is a big boy. Wion is a big dude. Okay. Yeah, that's you're right. You're right, Amy. I can't breathe.
You're gonna kill me, dude! I can't breathe, bro! I can't breathe! My heart's bad, motherfucker!
Just horrendous. Absolutely horrendous.
I can't breathe. Stop.
What was the reasoning to pull him out of the cell in the first place? He wasn't acting erratically. He was just casually getting a drink. What was happening in the hours before pulling him out of the cell? What gave them the impression he was withdrawing? So I talked to... Good night, Josh. Hey, when you get a chance, come back, because there's the video directly following this is an important video that needs to be seen. So I talked to Captain Stacy Guffey, the jail commander, when I was there on Tuesday, about, what was the deal? Why remove him from here where he seemed like he was getting along with the 4 other guys? Everything seemed copacetic. Didn't seem like an issue. Okay. And Stacy Guffey told me it's because when he came in a urinalysis, failed a drug test. And Guffey said that he failed a urinalysis for drugs that you could possibly withdraw from. Can you name those, Guffey? Like, you've been a cop and a coroner and a jailer for a while. Like, you mean like the marijuana? Like, what are you talking about, bro? You mean opiates, heroin, fentanyl, Dilaudid, Percocet, Loratab, Norcos? What are we talking about, bro? The drugs he could possibly withdraw from, possibly. Okay? And so he said what they do is when they know that someone's going to withdraw, that they take them out of this cell away from people and they put them in their own medical assistance place so they can be monitored and they're stopping them from hurting themselves, just like Sproles stopped Marquette Neal from shattering his shin by kicking that door. So it says, seems like they just wanted to escalate that. Yes. As a nurse who has worked in psych, I have seen my fair share of situations like this, and we will de-escalate and use therapeutic communication for hours before we force anything. If it comes to that, 9 times out of 10, therapeutic communication gets the job done. Just saying what happened to Kaylin McIntosh, what happened. This man was beaten here on the 9th at least. He was left in the Henry County Jail until the 18th, and from the 18th until today, he has been on life support in Indianapolis, and unfortunately, he passed away this evening at 5:57 p.m. this evening. Okay, let's continue on here.
Stop me! I can't breathe. Please stop! Please! Please!
I would like to see that if they do. That's a good question. I will see if I can get that. But through sources I've talked to, they say they had said that it was opiates, but he said in one of the videos just a few minutes ago that he was on Suboxone, but he wasn't. He was on a very, very small amount, and he's saying, "I'm not going to withdraw."
Please! I told you I would chill, bitch!
Come on.
Hey, bro, come on!
Get his pants on.
I didn't know!
Now look, because his pants are off, look at what they do to him again because his pants are off. They had him up on the ground. They had him up They had him up and they push him down on the ground because his pants are off.
Hey, bro, come on.
What's the need for this? Why are we doing this right here? Why this? That makes no damn sense to me. No damn sense whatsoever. It's nuts. Okay. Here we go.
Get his pants on.
I didn't know, dude. I didn't know, bro.
Get your pants on, they tell him. Get your pants on.
Hey, can somebody help me? I'm not.
Chill.
Get his leg.
Let me set up, man. God, I don't like that wine. Come on, man.
You were done told to turn around and cuff
I
up.
said I would chill. You stop, bro.
You were. Your actions did not meet your words, Bob.
Let me lay foot on my stomach, please. Take your
Stick that foot out.
Of course Randolph County does. Of course they do.
I can't. God damn, man.
Well, you should listen. Stand up.
Fucking cuffs are tight, bro. I told you I would chill. You didn't have to do all that, dog. Man. These cuffs are pulling my fucking arm, bro. I told you I wasn't withdrawing, man. I told you guys I wasn't withdrawing, man.
Somebody get the cup port key.
Yeah,
Grab
it
his
is.
mat and stuff.
Yelled at us.
Yeah, no,
Like they're fighting up there.
I was in medical and I ran because I heard it.
Boy, you're a hero. More.
Multiple times you could have stepped out.
Idiot.
Bro, I said I wasn't going to withdraw, man. Why you got to put me in?
Right.
It's not your choice.
You
Hey,
mean it's not my choice just because I built Sebastian? I ain't even doing that.
can somebody go get his
They don't even know who this is. Who is this?
I'm not getting withdrawal up, bro. I just got
Guffey asks 3 times. Who is this?
Whose choice is it? Whose choice
Anyways,
is it?
cup port keys on the regular key set.
It's open.
Yeah, it's open.
Okay.
Whose choice is
Get his
it?
mat and stuff.
Whose choice is it? Put me in here.
Yeah,
Huh?
I was in medical and I heard him and I ran out and had to sit down there.
Whose choice is it? Put me in
Who
here.
is it? Who is it?
Nicholas Gulley.
Who?
Nicholas Gulley.
My pants are falling, dog.
I don't think it'll stay right where they
Quit
are.
squeezing on my motherfucking cup, bro. I ain't no trick for you, bro. Why you doing that?
Okay, I'm gonna go check.
Huh?
Still back there.
Okay,
Why you squeezing on the cup, bro?
So is he on the girl? We got him.
So is he on withdrawal?
All right, back up, Bob. Put your hands through the cup port.
Watch this.
Come on, my fucking hands, bitch.
he's bleeding.
Yeah, bitch ass motherfucker, put the fucking cuffs on so tight, whore. I'm squeezing and pulling on him, bitch. I wasn't even resisting your bitch ass, bro. I was trying to be blind, bitch.
Well,
I'm not talking to you more. Stop this fucking planet.
That's me.
yeah, no.
Before you put them up.
Oh, yeah.
Get a chance to use those stuff
I did.
So I can respect that he did tell the female he wasn't talking to her. He was talking to the other bitch ass, which was Sergeant Wion. So I can respect that.
Can somebody do a check on Anderson, please?
I hope I don't got blood on me. But yeah, no, I was in medical office and I heard they yelling at us.
Yeah. Let's find out. Well, yeah. I'm glad you guys saw that. Watch. We'll go back and find that out.
not talking to you more. Stop this fucking planet.
Yeah, I know.
Before you put them out.
Oh, yeah.
Get a chance to use those steps like
I did.
Can somebody do a check on Anderson, please?
I hope I don't got blood on me.
Oh, we didn't go back far enough.
I ain't no drink you, bro. Why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Huh?
Okay,
Why are you squeezing on the cup, bro?
So is he on the girl? You got him? Yeah. All right, back up, Bob. Put your hands through the cup port.
Pull on my fucking hands, bitch.
There's some kind of cool special black and gold cuff.
he's bleeding.
Yeah, bitch ass motherfucker, put the fucking cuffs on so tight, whore. I'm squeezing and pulling on them, bitch. I wasn't even resisting your bitch ass, bro. I was trying to be blind, bitch.
Well,
I'm not talking to you more. Stop this fucking planet.
yeah, I know.
before you put them out.
Oh, yeah.
Get a chance to use those steps like
I did.
I don't know why he high-fived him. That's a weird thing. Just it's a culture. It's a culture they have down there, man.
But yeah, no.
Culture.
Well, my husband yelling at us, and I said, "I need her out there."
She just loves telling the story.
that. Just control paying attention because we didn't hear anything.
No, could just control paying attention because I was in medical office and I had to run over there because I heard it.
I had to run. All right. There we are. There we are. We'll get ready to move on to now. The next video that we're gonna watch is the bad video. I mean, it's not bad. I just want everybody to be aware. It could be triggering because I don't see where he gets. Oh, there he is. Here's the high five.
Whose phone is it? Whose phone is it?
Anyways, cut 4 keys on the regular key set.
I don't know. They're a bunch of freaks. I don't know. That would be a good question. Why are we doing? Yeah, she is super goofy. Absolutely. I agree. All right. So here's what happens, ladies and gentlemen. That's Friday the 9th. And then he is there, in there on Saturday the 10th. And then the family and other people are claiming that something happened on the 11th. I'm still trying to dig through this and find out. I'm still in discussions and talks with the Henry County Sheriff's Department and trying to find out what the situation is on the 11th. I think what I'm going to do is make a request that I can go in and watch the video since they're having a hard time providing it to me. We'll just go in there and I will watch the 11th outside of his jail cell, outside of the cell, from midnight on the 11th until midnight on the 12th and find out what goes on. I have also requested the video of the visitation, which happens on Monday the 12th. So the inmates get word, other inmates in the jail get word out to their loved ones to tell his family members that something's wrong, that he's had a beat down and that he's hurt, and they want to let them know that something's wrong with him. Inmates are doing this. Other inmates. There's days. This happened on the 9th. And then he was in there on the 10th, the 11th, the 12th, the 13th, the 16th, the 13th, the 14th, the 15th, the 16th, the 17th, and the 18th. And they didn't release him until the 18th. What? Any reason given to you why you haven't been provided the 11th video? What they tell me is that there's just simply nothing on the 11th, that nothing happened on the 11th. They didn't do anything to him. Nothing happened. And there's just nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. So I will work. I've not caught them doing anything editing yet. Well, you never know. I mean, but I've not seen that yet. So we will see. Okay. This is the video that I'm telling people that might be a little triggering just because of his condition. And I want every person that went, yeah, on the 11th. Yes, absolutely. Let me see this. I got to hit this thing real quick. Give me a second. Okay, that's done. Okay. So why not release? Yeah, right. I'm working on it. I'm still working on it. I've got to get at least 2 more videos from them. But I'm going to let everybody know this next video could be a little triggering, but I think it's important. I think that we all need to watch this. Because I think in order for us to get the truth out there, I think we have to know everything that happened. So I'm just letting everyone know that this is just a little, it's a little triggering. It's just a few seconds long. Okay. And so what we're going to see is we're going to see that he is in, he's still in the jail cell and he in the med cell, and he is in there. And this is, I guess this is 5 o'clock in the morning, 5:41 on the 18th. So I guess it's not the 17th. I got to look back. It was dated the 17th. So I've got to go look. I'll have to look because it's dated on the file, on the original file. Let me look here right now. Let me look. Give me a second. Okay. Okay. I can't find that. I'm gonna have to look. I'll have to look at another point. But here we go. Here we go.
Switch over to your front. Put your leg out.
Hold on, bro.
Kristopher? You all right?
You show the video on there.
Okay, sorry. I was trying to find this thing. Give me a second here.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to. I was looking here. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I want to take us back here. I'm gonna watch this again here, and I know that this is hard, so forgive me, but I just we're gonna walk through this again. Oops, I got a rewinder here. So this is him coming out of the cell. He's here at ADA Hold 1. This is the medical cell. And this is, it's titled here as 5:41:51 in the morning. So 5:41 in the morning, a.m. on Sunday, January 18th. But when it was sent to me in the file, it actually says the 17th. So we're gonna have to see. But here's what this is, and this is bad to me.
Switch over to your front. Put your leg out.
Hold on, bro.
Look at his hair. Okay, his hair's matted and wet. It looks like sweating. And they are dragging him. They are dragging him. They are dragging him. It's insane. Now, where are they taking him? Why are they taking him? Okay. They're saying that for whatever reason, in that condition where he's moaning and can barely speak, he wasn't saying, what are you doing, dog? I'll chill, you bitch. What? He wasn't. Look, okay? They don't even have him handcuffed. They don't even have him handcuffed. Because he's not a threat, because he's in very bad shape here. Okay? This is gross. This is very bad. Well, so let me show you what happens from this. This here. Let me show you what happens from here. And I said, put your foot down, but he couldn't. Well, yeah, and what is that brown stuff on the floor in the cell? Very, very astute. Who knows? He could have been sick. Who knows? Yeah. Okay, so here's where we go from here. Okay. We are gonna pull up to the next one.
Hey, Papa, what time is it?
15:05.
Oh, go on, ask factually, shit. Gallant was choking, legitimately. Yeah.
Okay, so they just walked in there with him. They just walked in there to check on him, I guess. And that's not him talking, ladies and gentlemen. That's just other people in the jail. The jail is a loud place, so they're not talking to him. He's not talking to them. That's just what's happening there. So just FYI. Oops, here. I just wanted you guys to be aware of what's going on.
Don't go fucking with it too much or pausing.
No, I'm trying to get. I know what the deal is last time. For some reason, I got to let it play enough to get to the video is the problem. Okay, so this guy comes and checks here.
I know. Huh? I can't, brother. You know that. I said if I could, I would. The cow you just went off feed you, brother. Probably about another hour. I know it. No, I ain't gonna let you die, man. I died in a week, 3 days in town. I'll say that in your way, man.
Thank you, Stumblefoot. I will tell everybody. And you know, people have helped out, and that's what we get paid for, the big bucks for here around here. To get these videos, listen to this. They charge me $228.92. And I took them, they told me I needed to bring them exact change, and so I took them $230. And I said, hey, I don't have exact change. And the lady's like, well, you need exact change. And I said, well, there's $230 for my $228.92. You can tell John Sproles that he can take that other $1.08 and he can go buy him something special tonight for supper. So you tell him that tip is for him. Tell him that's from Bilbrey, and Bilbrey's giving you just the tip. So Jackie, they drug him down the hallway. What happens next? They drug him into this room right here. Right here, they drug him into this room, and that's where the nurse and a guard just walked in so she could do his stats. And I think, I'll tell you what Guffey told me here in a minute.
Man, he waited 3 days for chow now.
Okay, so they come out of here.
I blame on medical, but she told me to hurry up and eat.
No. I did not. Don't
She told me to hurry up, didn't she, Glenn? Yeah.
No, I did not. I told him to take his time and not rush. He continued to shove his face.
So,
there is audio in these. Don't you dare.
Hold up. She said to hurry up, and so well, can I finish you? First, she said, yes, but slow down.
I said, absolutely. And I said, slow down. You don't need to take bites that big. Replay the audio. I'll be damned.
You know what? It's a play body game.
Yeah. What he said. That sucks. That's disgusting.
You say I can handle it. It's very easy. So it's just we have no can give him enough. Well, I mean, I know, like, me and Audrey did it earlier, we recorded it.
Yes.
I didn't get it on the floor, did I?
Coke, but there's Chuck.
Your father's coming on. I think we're doing that now. You gotta have to think about it with it.
I want to see something.
Eat your money and get your money. Let's say something, baby. Put it down and say, Scott, close on your mouth and put it down. Good. That's right.
Gotta let it roll here for a minute. It's not really strange. Basically what happened, here's the thing, and that's why you got to really be careful with things like this, because things can be taken out of context that don't mean anything. Basically what happened is, at some point before this, the CO that she was with was apparently eating some food, and he like choked, and they were joking about having to give him the Heimlich maneuver. And so that's what they're talking about. It's got nothing to do with Gulley. It has nothing to do with Gulley whatsoever. They're just joking around. They're working while they're joking around and talking about nonsense crap while they're doing other serious stuff, instead of like really paying attention to what's going on with each person they're checking on. They're just going about their lives, having fun. And so it's got nothing to do with Gulley. Okay, here we go.
On the door to the publisher, it's up there.
This is 3:20 p.m.
It's only 3, so give it about an hour or so. Yeah, it's only 3:15. No, 23:15, Bob. Who told you that? Joe Pilot.
chest.
We're coming in. We're gonna put some clothes on you, okay?
Hold on, Nick. I'm not gonna play around with this. We're gonna discuss it with him before. Hey, Nick. Call EMS and have you sent out, okay? Yeah, to the hospital. The last time you got this way, somebody is going to use it yesterday. So, I'm not going to worry about that. So, they're going to give you dressed, okay? You're going to stay in here and just stay laying down until EMS gets here, okay? You may want to hear yourself here with you. Let them get you dressed first, but EMS is they're going to need your suit, okay? And you probably truly shouldn't drink anything because they're going to want to run labs and stuff. I know you're thirsty, but it's not smart. Yes.
Now I want you to listen to what she says. She says something about being concerned about one side of his chest. I want you to listen to what she says here.
I'm going to discuss it with him before. Hey, Nick. Call EMS and have you sent out, okay? Yeah, to the hospital.
Call EMS. We're going to have you sent out today to the hospital. Yes, the hospital.
The last time you got this way, somebody is going to use it yesterday. So, I'm not going to worry about that. So, they're going to give you dressed, okay? You're going to stay.
I swear it sounds like she says, I'm worried about your, I've been worried about your chest since yesterday. It's not, you're not as bruised as yesterday or something like that.
Stay in here and just stay laying down until EMS gets here, okay? You may want to hear yourself here with you. Let them get you dressed first, but EMS is they're going to need your suit, okay? And you probably truly shouldn't drink anything because they're going to want to run labs and stuff. I know you're thirsty, but it's not smart. Yes.
Now, one cup and your image with the test cup and
Yeah.
slow. It's just like
Nope. Oh. Actually, can you call them and let them know?
let's put it in, right? I just remember an old policy. He said about the joke when you have one.
She did say, she said, we're going to get you dressed. And coming to get you, we're going to release you. We're going to get you dressed, he said. What?
You were frozen.
No. Nothing was
Yeah,
really
it was
going on.
skipping.
Yeah, something was happening there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you sound like a robot.
You're really like freaked out looking. Hold on.
It's cutting in and out. It's very robotic.
Yeah. It's doing the same thing here too. Give me a second. Can you hear me now?
And you're moving now, so that's good.
Okay. We're back to normal. All right, here we go.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I appreciate that.
Leave up slowly, all right?
You want to lift his legs and all. That's me. You lift the legs. You can stay laying down until you get this. I don't know how you guys might do that. You guys try to sit up? You want to be healthy?
Oh, man, hold on.
You can hear him moaning here. And he's laying in the floor getting dressed, trying to get dressed on the floor. And the CO's like, do you want me to help you set up? And you can hear him moaning. That's absolutely correct, Jane. He didn't even get himself dressed. The other deputy in there did. There's two deputies in there with him. Yeah, not drinking water and putting shit in your stomach is for like surgery. It's for you going in to do surgery so you don't aspirate. It's got nothing to do with you taking a ride on a freaking ambulance and going in and getting blood drawn and giving them a piss test. And I mean, that's just laughable, man.
Keep wailing in the ball again. I'm having to wait on the shirt because kind of fluids and black stuff. I don't know what it is next to his head. It's all coated in the back of his ear. So I'll leave that area alone until EMS gets here.
There's fluid and black stuff by his head.
But it looks like something looks like some type of mucus came up.
Looks like some kind of mucus.
The EMS has arrived.
Okay, I want to give everybody a very, very clear timeline about this, so everyone is 100% sure. He was arrested on Friday, January 9th. Friday, January 9th in the morning. And he was taken into the Henry County Jail, I think about 10:30 a.m., somewhere around between 10:30 and 11:30. Okay? At about 3 p.m. on the 9th is when he gets in the physical altercation that we see with the 3 or 4 COs, where they beat him down to the ground, pin him to the wall, beat him to the ground, handcuff him, put their knee in his back, in his kidney, on his back, pushing on him, handcuffing him, twisting his arms around, maybe getting in a couple elbow strikes and things like that while he's down on the ground, stand him up, his legs out of his pants, push him back down to the ground, fight him, stand him back up, and walk him to medical. And there he stays in medical for a while. And then while he's in medical, okay, that's the 9th. Then he's in jail after getting beat up. He's in there on the 10th. He's in there on the 11th. And there are people that claim that something happened to him on the 11th. And we're still looking for that. Okay, that's Sunday the 11th. So he's arrested on Friday the 9th, January 9th. Saturday the 10th, Friday the 9th, something happens that we've seen it. Okay, the beatdown. Then he's in there on the 10th. He's in there on the 11th, and we've not seen anything on the 11th, but there are people that claim something happened to him on the 11th. We're still looking for that. His girlfriend goes in to visit him at about 4:30 on Monday the 12th. And when she goes in to visit him, the visitation happens in the block. So he's been taken to the block at some point out of medical. And when he walks to the video, because they don't do visitation in person, they do video visitation. So you sit in front of a video and you pick up the phone and you talk to your loved one. And it's just like we're doing a visitation right now. He couldn't apparently walk to the chair in front of the video by himself. Apparently, and this is from what I'm hearing the girlfriend say, family members say that the girlfriend said, that there were at least two COs that had to help him to the chair, set him in the chair, and kind of push him up or hold him up so he could do the interview or the visitation. And instead of sitting there and talking to his girlfriend for the entire time, he tells her, hey, I need to go lay back down. I don't feel well. And the COs, at least two of them, maybe more, help him out of the chair and back to his bed. And that's what happens. That's on the 12th. He's then in the hospital, he's then still in the jail on Tuesday the 13th, Wednesday the 14th, Thursday the 15th, Friday the 16th, Saturday the 17th, and then sometime between the 17th on Saturday into the 18th on Sunday, he's in the medical cell, and they drag him out in that video that we saw, and they put him in this padded cell, naked, fully nude, with a green paper smock on and a wool blanket. And then we're getting ready to see right here that EMS comes to get him at about 3:35 p.m. on Sunday the 18th. Okay, so that's what we're dealing with here.
Hey, Nicholas. How you doing, bud? Are you able to stand up? Or can you stand up?
3 days I was like, 3 days solid. I want to breathe in.
I don't think I'm going to come back.
Yes, sir.
I'll get ready to tell you, Jackie. That's some interesting stuff.
He's claiming he gets your the one that's in there from 3 days ago. Yeah, 8:35. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Need some?
Did you need something? Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, I appreciate it. That's a move.
Then I gotta play this. I can't set up and you're gonna go through it. Play.
What are you going to do?
Are you doing the belly too, or just
Two. He had 2 kids.
Hope you checked out back first day.
Look at him. Listen to him.
You have paperwork on it?
Yeah, they're.
Where's the phone?
Hey, I'll do it.
Keep my file here.
Sign him?
Did the nurse take it?
She might have took it. How you fellas doing? Good, I do. All right.
We'll be in the truck.
All right, buddy.
Yeah.
Now let's watch this. No. Mary Jane, not next year. He needs voted out this year. The election is this year. If you live down there, make sure that you get registered. Register this year. And I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat or what you people are down there. You go and you pick a Republican ballot in the primary in May, and you vote for anybody other than John Sproles and Randy Howard. There's two people that you can't vote for. Pick any other of the Republican candidates and just pick one of them. Vote one of them. Nicholas Nicholson. That's probably the one I'm going to go with at this point. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what to do, but it can't be. It cannot be Sproles and it cannot be Randy Howard. So you got to do what you got to do, and you got to vote this year. And you cannot screw around. If you're not registered to vote, you can vote. And people don't know this. If you have been in jail, if you're a felon, you can vote. If you're out walking around, you can vote. Felons can vote. Get registered. Check your registration. Make sure to do what you got to do. You can get it at the bottom link. It's www.indianavoters.com. Okay. That's the end of the videos. So now I'm gonna explain something to you here. Okay, I'm gonna explain something to you, and this is very important. I have also requested that they give me the video. They give me the video of when he of the 11th, and they give me the video of the 11th to see if anything happened to me. They give me the video of the visitation. Okay, those are the big things that I want. I am also fighting for the video inside the padded room. They say, well, he's nude, he's naked. Okay. He ain't got anything I don't got. You know what I mean? Let me see it. Let's rock and roll. Censor out. Censor is, privates out. I'll do it. Somebody can do it. Anybody can do it. I need to see what the hell's going on. We need to see what the hell's going on. I can't put nudity on YouTube, so I'm not gonna do anything crazy that's not going to allow me to be monetized. That's insane. So we would do what needs to be done. We're gonna be respectful. All right. They need to quit being stupid. We need to see what the hell's going on in there. I need to see what is going on. We need to see what is going on. We need to see it. We can't. It's just we're past the point of messing around. We need to see what is happening. So I have requested all of this, and I'm still fighting for it. I should know more about it on Monday. The minute that I have anything else, you guys will know about this. But I can tell you, do you all remember watching the video? And I'm telling you, if you guys are here tonight and you did not listen, or you were not here and you did not see the video that I did on Wednesday night, okay, it's episode 611. That video that I did, okay, was video on the insurance down in Henry County. John Sproles, when he became sheriff on January 1st, 2023, from that day until January 14th of 2024, so 1 year and like 14 days, he did a whole bunch of stupid stuff. And he got the insurance company to drop the county because they said that it was a significant change in the sheriff's department and how they dealt with risk management. That's unheard of. Okay? So they got another insurance company at that point, and it cost them a lot of money, cost Henry County lots of money. Then from that point until now, he's done a whole bunch of other stupid shit along with all the other people in his department. So the insurance company that they got after the first one dropped them, they are now dropping them. And they are now getting they're now going to be on their third insurance company. And they're supposed to be starting in just a couple of days, 8 or 9 days, 10 days, something like that. And that insurance company told them, we don't want to hear of anything else happening. You better let us know everything else that's out there. Now, this was out there when that was going on, but at that time, it was just a tort claim on the fact that he was beat up and he was in the hospital. All right. Now, it is a wrongful death suit, in my opinion. It has to be moved to a wrongful death. And I'm saying there's a very good chance that I could see that now third company saying, hey, this is nuts. This is too big. We're off, hands off. If that happens, those things that we talked about that said the general liability would be what was it? 150,000, 250,000 per claim. The auto the claims would be something. The deductibles would be 150,000.
The general liability would be 100,000, auto liability 250,000, auto physical deductible 25,000, deductible sexual 100,000, employee 100,000. Those deductibles, except for the auto physical, are all per claim.
Per claim.
Said the 250K was the best deal they got. Yeah. Everybody else was quoting them a $500,000 deductible per claim.
And on top of that, they have to come up with $1.4 million by the end of March. They really need it the third week of March, but the company said you can do it by the last week. If it comes in by the last week, they'll be okay.
It's only 1.1.
Well, okay, 1.1. Anyway, that's a big difference.
I still have all my notes.
Oh yeah. Well, so here's what's really important, folks. This is what's really important for you guys to know. I'm at a position where I think the elected officials of Henry County, meaning the commissioners, the council, and any candidates out there, everybody needs to team up and say, look, we are doing what we do for the betterment of this county. I don't know what Sproles has got going on. I don't know if he's just this stupid. I don't know. I was talking to somebody today and they said, do you think he's mad at somebody? Do you think he's doing this stuff on purpose? And I was like, I know he's acting with purpose, but I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know why he's doing what he's doing. I think he's just an egomaniac, and that's why. But I'm going to tell you guys something. The people of Henry County that are running for office and the current elected officials, I think they have a duty to come forward, and they need to tell the citizenry the only way that we can stop this is if the citizens go to the polls in May and they vote a Republican ballot. I don't care if you're Democrats. I don't care if you're non-Democrats, whatever the deal is. You hate Trump, you hate Republicans. You, in Henry County, you have to poll. You have to poll a Republican ballot, and you have to vote for somebody other than John Sproles and Randy Howard. Do not vote for Randy Howard. Do not vote for John Sproles. It has to happen. That's something I feel like they got to do it. Like everybody, it's like this is like a very serious issue. Really, honestly, what they should do is they should probably start a lawsuit, a legal suit. The county should direct Joel Harvey to try to remove Sproles legally through the court system because he's not fit for duty. Something is happening. All right. And since they're not going to do that, then why Republican? Because here's the deal. Sproles is a Republican and his opponents are Republican, and it's the primary. So if you go in and if Democrats go in and poll the Democrat, you won't be voting for somebody against Sproles. See, right now what we have going on in in the next, so there's 2 elections this year. Okay, like there always is. There's a primary election in May, and then there's the general election in November. And so in May, it's when the Democrat runs against other Democrats, and you pick the best Democrat to win to go on. And then it's when all the Republicans run against each other, and you pick the best Republican to go on to November. Okay, so what I'm saying is we don't want Sproles to get through May, and then we can only try to beat him in November, because chances are that's not going to happen. A Democrat is not going to pull it in Henry County. That's just not going to happen because of straight party tickets and stuff like that. So we have to beat Sproles in the primary. And so in order to do that, people have to go into the primary and ask for the Republican ballot so they can go through. Leave everybody else blank if you don't want to support other Republicans. But you've got to go in and you've got to vote for somebody. You've got to vote. There are like 6 people running. I don't even care how many people they're running. I know there are 2 people that are running that you cannot vote for. You have to leave Sproles blank, and you have to leave Randy blank. And then you vote for one of the other Republicans running for sheriff. And that's what you do. It has to be done. That's option number 1. Option number 1 would be for the commissioners to tell to Joel to start a suit, but that would take a long time. We could probably wrap it up in the primary if people would listen to what I'm saying. Option number 2 is everybody in Henry County has to say, this is too much. We have to get rid of Sproles. And they have to go vote and act accordingly. And all the candidates have to say, everybody has to team up and say, go vote Sproles out in the primary. Do it. It has to happen. But if they're not going to do that, then I'm going to tell you the hardcore option. And the hardcore option is the commissioners and the council need to get together, and they need to sit down at a special meeting soon, next week, next month. It needs to happen quick. And they need to raise taxes. And they need to raise taxes crazy high and punish all the citizenry and say, this is on behalf of John Sproles. This is on behalf of John Sproles. Can both be done? No. In May, you cannot. You listen. This is very important. If you live in Henry County, if you live anywhere, when you vote in May, you have to do one of 2 things. You walk into the precinct, and you have to declare a party. You have to say, I want a Republican ballot, or I want a Democrat ballot. And if you pull a Democrat ballot, you will have Democrat candidates.
I think she might mean, can we vote him out in the primary and the commissioners impeach the bugger?
We could try to do that, because here's the thing. If he's voted out in the... Yeah. Okay. If we vote him out if he's voted out in May, he will still be sheriff until December 31st, 2026. So yeah, even if we beat him, and I'm going to tell you, if he loses in May, shit will go real crazy between June, July, August, September, October, November, December, because he'll just be going crazy. If you plan on running for office, you can't switch ballots or it will disqualify you, correct? That's true, but I will tell people, forego the idea of running for office even, as a Democrat. This is like DEFCON 0, folks. This is, you throw everything at the problem and see what sticks. I would do it all. I would say everybody needs to come together and say, hey, we have to vote Sproles out. Joel Harvey, you have to start a lawsuit. Everybody in the county needs to pull a Republican ballot and raise the taxes and say, this is John Sproles. This is John Sproles doing. This is on behalf of John Sproles and all of you people that think that he's a wonderful person. I think that the commissioners and the counselors that are incumbents, as well as all the candidates, they need to start shaming this individual publicly, out loud, on social media, in the meetings, everywhere, the newspapers. This is the worst sheriff in Henry. Listen, this is a real big problem. Sproles is out of control. He's dangerous.
The other thing they need to do is when they're having meetings in that little room there, they need to take that little sign in the corner and shove it somewhere else so it's not on camera.
Oh, yeah. I hear you.
That irritated the crap out of me.
Yeah.
The whole advertising during council and commissioner meetings.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It's something that I don't even know. I don't understand. I don't get it. It's bad. Before we go, it's just, oh no, things can get much worse. No, good Lord, don't ever say that. It can always get much worse. It's, listen, I'll be honest, it's scary how bad I'm afraid things can get with Sproles. Now, we're getting ready to wrap up because we've been here for a long time, but I want to show you guys a couple of things before we go. So here's me standing outside of the Henry County Sheriff's Department today with my $230 that it took to get these records. All right. Out here working hard for you people, bringing the truth to the public. Okay. But besides that, I want to show you. Okay. Yeah, I've got it right here. I'll be able to pull this up and show you. It's just now coming through. Okay. So here, ladies and gentlemen, is the video of me. All right. We've got $230 here at the Henry County Sheriff's Office that we're going to go walking in. Okay. Yes, Joe, I'm working on that. We're going to dial 3411. Yes, hi, I'm out here front. I've got money. I'm picking up some records. I just spoke to John Guy. Okay, they're telling me they're going to try to look for him and find him. They don't even know if he's there, just other crazy stuff. Okay, so I start pointing the camera around, doing other things. The rest, like the dollar, and have $230. So the rest, like the dollar and $1.08, I'll give for Sproles to go out and get something good to eat. Okay. I would hang that above my toilet. Now watch this. When he's done being sheriff, he can hang those up in his house. I would hang that above my toilet. Okay, I give some commentary on... Look at this. Watch this, Kate. You notice what I noticed? Weird. He's not wearing a wedding ring in this photo. Why is that? He's not wearing a wedding ring. And that's for weird. Anybody that says, well, it's mirrored. No. Because that's his left hand. Because that's his left side. Because that's where his star is. The badge is on the left side. That's his left hand. Where's his wedding ring? Interesting. Weird. Interesting. And it's not mirrored because that's definitely his left side because that's where his badge is. That's strange. Everybody out there chasing brunettes, you know. It's a dangerous game. Everybody says that redheads are nuts and blondes have more fun, but, you know, I tend to like me some brunettes, and I guess I hear John's the same. No. What are you... Get the hell out of here. What are you saying? What do you mean? Wait, we're back up here. I don't know about that. No, I'm pretty sure he has a wedding ring. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I've seen him wear a wedding ring before. Sheriff's Office and Detention Center, 2022. Henry, authorized person. Oh, no. Here we go. Yes, he told me it was 229, 228, 92, and I don't have exact change. I just have 230. So you guys can like keep the rest of it as a tip. Like, tell the sheriff he can go out and get something good to eat with that leftover money.
All right.
So.
I'm gonna get your receipt.
Okay, very good.
It's with a K.
Yep, that's fine. Yep.
HER.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's fine. Love mercy and be humble. I would do whatever I could to tear that off the wall the minute he's gone. Yeah, that thing can't stay. That weird. He doesn't know anything about that crazy shit that he's talking about. And here's the end of it. Video areas. No, the governor can't, unfortunately. Hey, man. All right. Thank you much. All right, have a good one. Hey, ma'am. I heard about that, Rachel. Ma'am. I'm sorry. I called earlier and left a message for Stacy. Is he in?
Stacy
Guffey? Yeah.
I don't know if he's back there. Just pick that phone up there.
Okay.
And
3321. Okay. Okay, 3321. The mayor.
I think that's the same button.
I was looking for Stacy Guffey, but we didn't find him. But we got these records. It was what it was, and I was glad to bring these to you. Now, okay, we're wrapping up here. Right now, this is the end. Listen to me. This was a hard one. It's not fun. I would have rather not do this episode. I wish we didn't have to. My thoughts and my prayers go out to Amanda and her sister and all of their loved ones, to Nick's kids. My God. He's got like a 17-year-old and a 19-year-old. I was 33 years old when my dad passed away. 34. It sucked, but I've got no regrets. I would have loved to have had another 200 years with my dad, but that's just not the way it was. And I have no regrets. We packed a shit ton of life into my 34 years with him and his 56 years of life. He left having no regrets. Unfortunately, though, for my brother, it's a little bit different. My brother was 16 years old when my dad passed, and that is a major, major tough loss. So for that 17-year-old kid, you know, it's rough. And for his 19-year-old daughter, I mean, hell, she's still a kid. She's a kid. So it's bad for her too. I just hate that. For his parents who are still walking this earth with a kid that's now not, you know, that's rough. That's really, really rough. So my thoughts and my prayers go out to them. I pray that justice be served criminally, civilly, and spiritually more than anything. If there's anything that we can do for the family, please let us know. If you are following this and you are interested in this, go to YouTube, go to the Political Spotlight on YouTube, and subscribe to the page. It doesn't cost you anything. It's free. Subscribe. If you would, if you feel so inclined, this is all the stupid stuff that I hate to say that I have to say because it's what gets us in front of more eyes. Before you leave, click the like. If you're watching this on Facebook, I'm glad. Thank you. Share it everywhere. But please, before you go to bed tonight, go to YouTube, click on the link on YouTube, and like the video, because getting more likes, sharing the link on YouTube is what gets this in front of more eyes. Please, please, please share the link with folks. Send emails to the news and share this out there with people. We need to get this story on the news. We need to get this here in Indy, up in Fort Wayne, in Evansville, and it needs to be national. Spread this word out there. I will talk to anybody. I will share my information with anybody. We have to spread this out there for accountability for this family and for this young man. So that's going to do it. If you are interested in following us and continuing to continue watching us, what we do on this or anything else, I would highly recommend that you do that. We would love you to do it. It's normally only an hour and a half to possibly 2 hours. We're normally not this long. But follow us on YouTube. You can go to YouTube, youtube.com/@thepoliticalspotlight. Okay. We're also on Rumble. There's our Rumble page. Follow me on Twitter, on X. Okay. You just go to x.com/Bilbrey Live. It's very easy. My last name, Live, Bilbrey Live. You can follow me on Facebook. Okay. That's my personal page that I run as a show page. Okay. But you will have to go there and follow me. I cannot accept any more friends. I have reached the max. Okay. That's what happens. When people drop off, I accept new people, but I can't accept. So just follow me. You can also go to the Political Spotlights Facebook page. That's facebook.com /political spotlight 318. It's political spotlight 318. Okay. We have a TikTok. Don't do much on it. I try to do stuff on it, but you can follow us there. We also have an audio only podcast where we put this content on audio. So we are on iTunes, on Amazon, on Spotify, Stitcher, and all podcast platforms. There is our main home page, our main home platform, thepoliticalspotlight.fireside.fm. You can find us there. You can email the show or have news people email the show at the political spotlight, which is tpsprogram@gmail.com. Okay. You can email me directly at khbilbrey@gmail.com. And this is crazy, but I put it out there. You can get a hold of me at the studio line at 765-546-9796. I would ask that you text me before you call because I get a lot of phone calls, a lot of texts. Text is the best way. So don't just inundate me with phone calls. Okay? Text me first. All right, do that. I want to thank producer Kate for coming on and doing a kick-ass job and spending 3 hours here tonight. She is great as always. Very, very, very thankful for her. Very thankful for Brandon Rudd. I know a lot of you are like, I don't even know who that is. He has not been on here in a long time because they've got a lot of stuff going on. They're both in school. Him and his wife are both in school. He's got a long drive with his work, but he's very much part of the team, very much a team member behind the scenes. Great information, sharing information, always a part of the team. Wherever he goes, whatever he does, he'll always be part of it. So a big thank you to Brandon Rudd. And above all else, a big thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you to Stumblefoot for the $20. You don't have to do it. No one has to do it, but it does help. The things that help you guys can do that. But above and beyond all is share the show, like the show, spread the word, subscribe, come back and watch. All right. We will not be here tomorrow. It's Saturday, so we are going to take a night off and we're going to be moving. We will be back Sunday. We've got a busy week next week. We've got a council meeting. It's going to be a turbulent one once again. We've got a lot of stuff going on, the election, the first of the month stuff. So tune in Sunday night as we'll get ready for everything in the week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 5 nights next week. You guys take care. God bless each and every one of you. And we will go out my thoughts and prayers to Nick, his family, and everyone that he's ever touched. So thank you guys, and good night.